Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the vlog. I am wearing a shirt. I just have severe sunburn, and anytime any clothing touches the sunburn, I feel like my skin is on fire. So I am wearing this. But this is going to be my vlog from the 12th of June until the 18th of June. Yes, that is correct. And so I'm just going to share kind of what I'm reading as I'm reading them, my thoughts, and all that. I currently have 3 books started. The first one is The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I'm 80 pages into this. I'm literally in the middle of a chapter. And this essentially follows Natalie, and there are things that go slowly wrong in her life. There are things that she can see but others can't. And she is told by this mysterious figure that is, that she calls grandmother, that she has 3 months to save him, and Natalie has no idea who that is being referred to, and is Natalie having to figure that out and to see if, to see what's happening. I'm not enjoying this that much. I'm only 80 pages in, so I'm gonna continue it, because, I'm liking it, but I'm not loving it. But part of me is if it doesn't pick up a lot by that 150 page mark, I might DNF it. But I'm kind of still sitting here the next chapter could blow me away, because we're now starting to really get into the plot and not just setup. And yeah, so this is one. I'm also listening to the audiobook of If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and K.L. Dietrich. This essentially follows Zach and Ruben, who are in this band called Saturday, and the band is just about to go on its first European tour. And as they do that, Zach and Ruben begin to realize they have feelings for each other, and then those feelings develop into a relationship, and then it's them having to struggle with telling their friends, telling their management company, and then figuring out how to tell the world, because they're in a famous band. And I am 52% into If This Gets Out. I'm listening to it slowly because it's a reread, so I don't feel the need to rush it. It's more of I'm listening to it when I need an audiobook, when I'm cleaning or doing things like that, and I just need an audiobook, I'm listening to that. And then I also have Vile Bastards by C.M. Stunich, which is the 3rd book in the Scarlet Force series, which is a dark reverse harem romance series. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what's going on in the series, let alone this book. It's dark as in there's murders, there's violence, there's so many things. I honestly, if I started describing the book, I don't know if I would be able to, because I don't know. It's I don't know what's going on, but I'm enjoying what's going on, and I'm understanding what's going on, but not enough to rehash it for somebody else that has no idea what it's about. So we'll just leave that there. So today my goal is to edit my vlog for tomorrow, do some schoolwork, and continue on with The Love That Split the World. And so I'm just going to do all that stuff, and I will update you later as stuff happens. Okay, so I made it to page 130 of The Love That Split the World, and I'm not liking it. I'm not going to officially DNF it, but I think I'm going to switch to a different book, read that, and then if I feel like picking this up, pick it up, just kind of read it slowly. I don't really know. I still can't believe how I look. But I am going to go take a shower and then read some more Vile Bastards. It's 8 o'clock for reference of time, so I don't know what else I'll be able to do. I should have done schoolwork today, but I didn't because, well, I have a headache that won't go away, and I did not want to stress my brain out more. But I will see you sometime tomorrow. Okay, so it's 4:15 on Monday. Last night I ended up getting to 55% of Vile Bastards, and I'm enjoying it, but I don't want to say I'm in a reading slump, but it's more of I would rather be watching Netflix thing. And honestly, I will take it because I rarely want to sit and just watch a TV show. Like, I've currently been obsessed, by currently I mean the last like 5 days, been obsessed with a show called Elite on Netflix, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna watch 3 episodes. I was like, I wanted to watch 1 episode, but then I was like, but there's 3 more left to finish the season, so I'll watch 3. And then I almost started season 2, and so that's probably what I'll be doing tonight. But then today I went ahead and I did some schoolwork. I'm still probably going to do a little bit more, but I felt like updating. Also, I had my May Fairy Loot show up. I am going to be starting a different physical book tonight. I am debating between 2, like, of which one I want to start, but I will let you know once I start that and probably read a little bit. So yeah. Okay, and the book that I decided to start is I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey Quiston, and I'm 61 pages in. And the brief premise of this is, on the day of prom, Shara Wheeler goes missing, and we have Chloe Green, who has to kind of team up with Shara's boyfriend Smith and neighbor Rory to find where Shara went via these like letters that Shara left for them, like left for the 3 of them. And that's like the brief premise of what I can all say without like spoilers, and to sum it up very quickly. I'm 61 pages into this, and I'm very curious, but not enjoying it as much as I thought. I'm very curious as to where Shara went, why she left the 3 of them these letters, why she picked these 3, and I'm very curious because, like, the thing that links Smith, Rory, and Chloe together is they've all kissed Shara, and so I'm curious on how that's going to play out, and I'm also taking the dust jacket off because I read it without the dust jacket, but I wanted to show you the cover. And then this is, I did not take off the cover until I started reading it, and I was not expecting this. I didn't look under the dust jacket because I thought it was just going to be plain color. But like, it's really fast paced, but I also feel like I'm not connecting with the characters. And that is right now like where I'm at, is I'm not connected with the characters. Yes, I'm only 61 pages in, but I'm going to quickly compare my, like, within the first 60 pages of Red, White, and Royal Blue and One Last Stop, I was already invested in the story. And yes, you should never compare one, like, an author's book to another, but like you get what I'm saying, is you should never compare, like, oh, an author has 3 books out, you should never just compare them to each other. But I'm thinking of, like, I loved One Last Stop and Red, White, and Royal Blue. Like, I gave those 5 stars. I loved them from, like, the first chapter. Versus this, I'm like, it's not blowing me away. It does still have time. I will say I like the characters, but again, I'm just not connecting with them that much. Could it be because we are a little bit more focused on Shara and we haven't met her yet? Like, we've heard about her through, like, mainly through, like, Chloe's eyes and, like, Chloe's experiences interacting with Shara. And so I'm trying to put into words my thoughts. Put my thoughts into words. That's how that saying goes. But yeah, I'm like, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I will be obviously reading more tomorrow. I kind of debated reading more tonight, but I do really want to make progress on, like, Vile Bastards, and then also watching more TV, because I'm going to crawl into bed and read. I'm like gonna switch books. I'm gonna read more of Vile Bastards, and then probably, like, watch something. I'll either watch more episodes of Elite or First Kill, both of which are Netflix shows that I've started. And yeah, I probably won't update till tomorrow. So yeah. Okay, so it's 8 p.m. on Tuesday, and I haven't updated the vlog since the last clip. But last night I made it to 72% of Vile Bastards, and I plan on finishing that tonight. If I do not, I basically have said to myself that if I do not finish Vile Bastards, I'm not allowed to watch any sort of TV show. So aka I'm gonna finish that because I want to watch more TV. And then I did some schoolwork today, and then I read up to page 144 of I Kissed Shara Wheeler, and I'm still enjoying it. Like, again, it's not blowing me away, but it's still very enjoyable. It's very fast paced. But again, what I kind of said in, like, when I was last talking about this book is, like, I don't fully feel invested in the characters. Like, now I'm like, okay, I'm invested a little bit more, but it's like I need just a little bit more. But then I'm still also very curious on where's Shara, because, like, we still don't know. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. It's like, at this moment, it's like a 4-star. But I'm really hoping it gets up to that 5-star that I really hope it is, because this is, like, it's not, like, on a 5-star prediction list, but it would have been on a 5, it's like a 5-star prediction without officially being on a list. And so I'm just like, I hope it lives up to that. Who knows? The last 60% of the book could just be like, boom. But as of right now, it's a 4-star, which still is good, but just, like, I don't like being wrong about my 5-star predictions. So now I'm going to crawl into bed and read some more Vile Bastards, finish that, fingers crossed, and then watch more TV shows. Okay, so it is almost 3:30 on Wednesday, and I'm just now vlogging. But last night I did finish Vile Bastards, and I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I don't know, I really enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the first two, and not that I feel like things are, like, I feel like things are just dragging out a little bit. Like, honestly, I think it's like almost 480 page book could have been like 350 if you cut out some of the unnecessary, like, character monologues that are just, like, rehashing things that have been said in previous books, or are clear that the character feels that way because of things that are said. But I am obviously going to continue the series because I fucking love these characters. And then I ended up watching 1 episode of First Kill, 1 episode of Elite, and my dumb ass totally forgot that Love Victor Season 3 came out today, so of course I stayed up till 3 in the morning watching 3 episodes of that. Because, yeah, I always forget when dates, I either remember when dates of shows come out, like, to the T, or I remember that the show comes out about 4 hours before it comes out and go, well, I didn't plan stuff like this. Like, I didn't plan well. And so I have 5 episodes left of that. I'll be finishing that tonight because I love that show. I did a science test earlier, and now I'm watching, well, I have been for the last little bit. Ashley from Ashley's Media Addiction is doing sprints, so I'm watching that and reading I Kissed Shara Wheeler. I did also listen to a little bit of If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Cale Dietrich. I'm now up to 64% of that, and I listened to that while I was, like, I had, like, some things on my floor that I needed to tidy up, and, like, tidied up my desk a little bit. But yeah, I'm now going to read more of this. So yeah. Okay, so it's almost 9:30 in the morning, and I forgot to update last night, but I finished I Kissed Shara Wheeler, and I'm giving it 4 stars because, like, I ended up enjoying it. Like, the 4 stars, it's like a good 4 stars, but I, like, struggled to connect with the characters for most of the book. And then also, like, the whole like Shara sending the letters, and then like Chloe Smith and Rory having to like find them, that it kind of got a little repetitive. And then when it, like, without going into spoilers, when it stopped, I was disappointed on how everything was revealed. But I will say I was invested in what was going to happen, and as other things were revealed, like most of the things that were revealed, I was like, oh yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. I did like seeing how those things happened. And like I'm disappointed because I was like, oh, Casey McQuiston, one of my favorite authors, this is gonna be a 5 stars, but it was a 4 stars, which still is good. And the thing is like, just because I personally did not absolutely love this book does not mean it is objectively not a great book. It is a great book. A couple things just fell flat. But that happens sometimes with books. So yeah. And then I also read the first 9%, I think, of The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin, and that essentially we are in like basically witches control the atmosphere, and there are these different witches per each season, and once your season, when you're in your season, you have your abilities. When it's not your season, you don't. And we're following Clara, who's an Everwitch, who basically she shifts, like, her magic shifts based on the season. So she ends up having her magic all year round. And there's now, like, it's like global crisis, global warming, like, to do with like the atmosphere and the environment. That's kind of all I've gotten so far. And so far it's interesting. To be fair, I knew nothing except witches going into it, because this is the Camp Seasonathon like group book for like the readathon, and the author live show is on Saturday, and I kind of want to watch it if I have the time, and so I was like, I kind of have to start that. And then today, and then also last night I ended up finishing Love Victor Season 3, and I cried because the show was over. Season 3 was confirmed to be the last season, and I have thoughts, without spending too much time going into those thoughts, is like, it almost felt like this season was, we're gonna break everybody apart and then bring them back together. And as much as I enjoyed it, because like some of the characters got to like learn what they really want, I was almost like, did we really need 8 episodes of drama? Yeah, we did, but whoopee, I literally cried for probably like half an hour when it was over, because I still remember finding out the show was happening, being so excited, the first season dropping, binging it, the second season dropping, binging it. So like, I don't know, I'm sad that it's over, but like, it's a show that I'll be able to rewatch in the future. And then today, I woke up at technically like 7:15, because I woke up before my alarm, because I thought I had a doctor's appointment at 9. I was told by my mom, hey, yeah, you have a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I get there, and it's 2 o'clock. Either my mom wrote down the wrong time, heard the wrong time, or the doctor's office switched the time without contacting us. So now I'm literally just going to be doing schoolwork, maybe reading, doing I don't know what, until 2 o'clock when I have my doctor's appointment. Okay, so it's now 7:38, and I went to my doctor's appointment. I got, turns out my vitamin B12 is low, and my vitamin D is low, so got medicine for that. And then I just kind of hung out the rest of the day. I did a little bit of schoolwork. And I also read 30 pages of A Reaper in the Gates by Sabatir. This is the 3rd book in the An Ember in the Ashes series. And so I will briefly describe the first book in this. So essentially we follow Laya, who her brother ends up getting like imprisoned for something, and Laya wants to help get him out. So she ends up joining like the rebellion and they end up being like, hey, yeah, we will get your brother out if you do this for us. And that is she essentially becomes a slave at Blackcliff Academy, which is where the military is basically trained, like the masks, which are basically soldiers. And then we were also following Elias, who is a mask, and he is on his final year of like training, and now we are way off of that, where I don't know what I can say without spoilers for the first or the second book. But I made it 30 pages in. I mean, I've only read 30 pages, but I'm enjoying it. My eyes are just saying, like, they're not letting me read and focus. So, yeah, but this is my next physical read. Like, I'm also getting tired because I got up at like 7:15 this morning, and I went to bed like almost probably like 2:30 last night, give or take, like 2:30. So I'm tired. I might try to read more of The Nature of Witches, but I'm not making any promises. If not, I'll just rush to finish that tomorrow. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at for the day. So yeah, I will update sometime tomorrow on if I read anything or just in general. Okay, so it is almost 3 o'clock on Friday, and last night I only got to 24% of The Nature of Witches. I will be trying to finish that tonight. I'm sweating because I just finished filming a video and then minorly, redoing my one bookshelf. But yeah, last night that's pretty much all I did. I watched some Netflix. Today I did a little bit of schoolwork, and then I also started watching The Summer I Turned Pretty on Amazon, because Morgan, seriously, I've said this before, thank you for letting me use your Amazon to watch that, because I'm already obsessed and I'm one episode in, so I'm definitely going to be watching more of that. I'll probably watch it over the weekend. Okay, so it's now 10:30, and I read up to page 79 of A Reaper at the Gates. I'm enjoying this book. I'm just like reading it slower for some reason, which is totally fine. Like, I'm not that mad. Like, I do think my goal is to have this finished by like Tuesday, maybe. And then I read up to 45% of The Nature of Witches, which I originally wanted to get it done today for the live show tomorrow, but that is just unrealistic. So like, I might pop into the beginning of the chat, be like, hey, I made it this far. I'll replay the live once I finish the book. Whatever. I'm enjoying it, but I just feel like it's not like The Nature of Witches isn't a book you binge. It's a book that you read and you savor. And I'm really enjoying it. Like I'm now starting to enjoy the characters and the plot, and like the character dynamics, so that is good. But I'm probably gonna crawl into bed. We'll bring the laptop with me and watch more of The Summer I Turned Pretty, because that's pretty much like all I want to do right now, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I totally forgot to update on Saturday. I'm sorry. I made it up to page 113 of A Reaper at the Gates, and I'm still really enjoying it. I'm just reading it slower for some reason, which is totally okay. I finished The Summer I Turned Pretty TV show, and I absolutely loved it. It's so much better than the book. Like, they add so much more to the story, and overall, like, the characters actually have a lot of development. And like, I loved the show. Like, it's probably like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, I fucking loved it. I literally stayed up until like 3 a.m. Technically Saturday morning. Like, I started it Friday, finished it Saturday, and ended up staying up till 3 a.m. because that's how it was so bingeable. And then last night I started and finished Queen by Katie Robert, which is like a adult paranormal like vampire thing. I'm not really gonna explain it much. I didn't really like it that much. I gave it 2.5, but it finished off a series, so that's good. I just feel like with that series, it just slowly was like, the first book was good, second book was meh, and then third book was like, I literally read it last night. I can't remember anything that happened because it was just, none of it made sense. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't think I forgot anything. But I'll end this vlog here because I was supposed to end it yesterday and I didn't. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this vlog, and bye!